late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
So earlier today, I made a video claiming that LeBron James said that his 2011 Miami Heat overachieved. That they overachieved. It wasn't LeBron James that said that. It was a LeBron James, most likely, mega fan that said this. Not LeBron James himself. So I had to get rid of that video before I started World War III with that video with the LeBron, with the Diddy fans, because you know how they are, you know how overly sensitive they are, and plus it was the right thing to do. If he didn't say that, then he didn't say that. But you know what? It's not far-fetched for him to actually say something like that, because he has said some goofy, stupid things in the past regarding his time in Miami on the Mind the Game podcast. Last year with JJ Redick, he has alluded to some things about his time in Miami that was not true. And we all know Rich Paul in the last week have also told lies, saying that Michael Jordan was always, his Chicago Bulls team was always favored to win the NBA Finals, which they were not favored to win the NBA Finals. For the slow ones in the back, 1991, 1993, maybe even 97, 98, Michael Jordan's Bulls were not favored to win. There's even Eastern Conference Series not semifinals, maybe even semifinals, but semifinals, definitely conference finals, when the Bulls were not favored to win. So here's that. But yeah, I'm not going to put words in LeBron James's mouth that he didn't say, even though I despise the absolute charlatan goofball, because he is a charlatan. Those are facts. We're not going to sit here and act like he's not a charlatan. But what he is a charlatan in was what I heard today and saw a video of. Anybody remember just about 4 weeks ago, maybe now, since they've been kicked out of the playoffs? Yeah, it was the day after my birthday, got kicked out of the playoffs, so it was, almost a month ago now. Anybody recall that the news after the Lakers lost the 5-game series to the Minnesota Timberwolves, that all of a sudden LeBron James has a grade 2 MCL sprain? Does anybody remember that piece of tidbit of news? Well, we all know that was a bunch of malarkey, a bunch of bull, hobble scrabble, hooba hobble, hooba hobble. There was video of him at a function, don't know where it's at, don't care, but it was a video of him dancing around, doing the young kids dances, doing the YN dances, doing the little kid dances, the teenage dances, with some other chick that's probably, I don't think that was, definitely not his wife, but whatever, it could have been a relative, we don't know. But yeah, he's just absolutely just dancing around, tiptoeing, shucking, jiving, two-stepping. I don't know what song was playing in the background. It sounded like it might have been Wipe Me Down in the background, but I can't tell. I can barely hear it. But yeah, the guy just two-stepping, dancing, shucking and driving, moving hips, moving knees, moving that knee that supposedly got sprained. Yeah, I thought he had a MCL sprain, unless it healed quickly, unless it healed like it was. He was like what, the Wolverine or Deadpool or Deathstroke or something like that. Deathstroke is the mercenary from DC that also heals like. Actually, not to get off totally topic, but just for you guys to know, Deadpool is a parody of Deathstroke. Deathstroke came before Deadpool. If you don't know who Deathstroke is, look up his history and then look up Deadpool's history. That's my superhero bit for this video. But anyways, back to the main topic. All of a sudden he just healing. He fine, he good now. I do recall, was it the same night that they lost, that he was shucking and jiving and dancing somewhere in Beverly Hills the night when he supposedly sprung his MCL. Yeah, this guy's a charlatan. He's a big-time charlatan, a big-time liar, a big-time jabroni, whatever the goofiest things you can think of. This guy, that's LeBron James. That's him. That's him. But I know some of you new subscribers and old subscribers really wanted to clown him for saying that the 2011. Hold on right quick. All right. Gotta be careful with the Gilbert police out here. Anybody live in Arizona, familiar with Arizona, Gilbert's not the place to be goofing off at, 'cause the police got nothing else to do. They ain't looking for someone to stop. But anyways, as I record this in my car on the phone, but yeah, many wanted to clown LeBron James for saying that the Miami Heat overachieved, but he didn't say that. But we could still clown him for losing 2011. But this fan, supposedly, that said, I guess it's a YouTuber. But this fan said, "Oh, the Miami Heat overachieved." Once again, as I said in the earlier video, how can someone overachieve when the goal was to win the championship? The goal was to win the championship with the super team that they got. It was not 1, it was not 2, it was not 3, it was not 4, it was not 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You better testify. No, it was none of that. None of that happened during this time in Miami. There was no championship won in 2011. That Miami Heat team was favored to win the NBA Finals because nobody thought the third seed Dirk Nowitzki-led Dallas Mavericks was going to win with a bunch of washed up former All-Stars and Peja Stojakovic, Caron Butler, Sean Marion, Jason Kidd. Nobody thought that team was going to beat the super duper super team Miami Heat. Get out of here. Talk about a team overachieve. No, they underachieve and he underachieved. 8 points in the finals game? 8 points in the finals game. I never saw Jordan do that. Never heard of Jordan doing that. And I never saw Kobe or heard of Kobe doing anything like that in the finals. Not like that. Not taking shots. Not wanting to take a shot in the NBA Finals. Not wanting to beat down the brakes of J.J. Barea. No, Jordan never. No, it would never happen. J.J. Barea holding Jordan to no points in the fourth quarter. No, never. But anyways, yeah, this guy's a charlatan over here dancing around, two-stepping and everything, looking like a damn fool. It's on TikTok. I think it might be on Twitter too. But it's on Twitter and TikTok. Him just dancing around like an idiot at some function in the last couple of days. Man, his fans need to come to grips with reality, but he doesn't live in reality. So how can his fans come to grips with reality? But anyway.